Alright, so typical Mac fashion, we're Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days away from heading to drag week at Martin, starting at Martin, Michigan. Obviously we're taking Mountain Dew, which that car's never really been on the road except for roadkill, so we decided let's take it on a 1,000-mile journey, or 1,200 miles, whatever it's gonna be. But checklist for the week, nothing major, just changing the engine combo, the intake combo, the injector combo, the stator and the converter combo, the rear end gear combo, the rear tires. We're running a bigger tire than we've ever ran in our life, which is going to be weird. We're going to have a 32 13.5 Pro bracket radial on it, so if we can't go fast on that, then I guess I should just give up racing. Changing out the valve springs on our trick flow heads, because the other springs, which we saw in the data log, and I was talking to John from Florida after the Civil War, we were looking at the data log and it showed like we're just having these weird boost surges, and you can hear in some of the videos, and it ends up being, we think it's valve float, because those were only 660 lift springs, and I'm revving this thing to over 8,000 and having, obviously pushing a lot of boost through it, so we're having some issues. But regardless, changing valve springs, we got BTR Stage 3 twin turbo 388 cam, and the new motor, it's a BTR 388, which has now been remachined and reassembled by our buddies at Northwest Auto and Machine, because I wiped out the thrust and the billet crank and one main cap in 3 passes last year after we put it in, because we had a bunch of training issues that I didn't know about because I didn't have sensors on it. So we finally got that done and back, and then that's why we're changing the stator, because 1, we're going radial racing, 2, it's a lot bigger tire and cubic inches. So we'll have more cubic inches, a little more compression, more valve spring, tighter stator. I'm taking all the weight out of the car. We're putting a 370 gear in from a 389. Still gonna be on methanol. Putting a Holley high ram in so we can have 2 sets of injectors, one to drive on, one to race on. I just cleaned the injectors, flowed them. And yeah, so we're just kind of busting tail to get all this stuff done. We got to mount a new passenger, we got to mount a passenger seat in, because it doesn't have a passenger seat. And then we already got the headlights, taillights, turn signals, insurance, registration, all that was covered from Roadkill. So that's ready to go. I got to make a trailer hitch. I probably need to put some trailer wiring on it, because we're gonna need turn signals and taillights on the trailer. Our buddy Scott Yart's getting us some drive tires and wheels that we can put on to ride on while we're going down the road. Other than that, I think that just about covers it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Obviously, oh yeah, I'm gonna change fuel filter. Do a bunch of maintenance stuff. Yeah, Zach's gonna be trying to go post things along the way, and then make like a what are we gonna do? We're gonna make like a couple,
probably a few videos through the week, and
a few videos through the week, and
then
one or 2 major videos afterwards to recap, and then yeah, hopefully we'll go. It'd be cool just to go in the 7s. I won't even be driving. My partner in the car, Lonnie, this is gonna be his first time driving the car. He's been part owner of the car and a big part of the car for, gosh, going on 2 years now, and has only made a handful of passes in it. Like, actually, like when I say that, I mean like he made 2 passes in the first time it ever ran, and hasn't driven it since, because he's been busy moving, doing family stuff, and obviously I've been racing the balls off of it. So we're gonna give him a chance to drive it, get some seat time, make some hits. He wants to go 690s, but I don't know how feasible that is. At our weight and power, we should be able to, so we'll see what happens. I would think it would just be cool to go in like the 7s, or maybe a mid 7s, so we'll see how it goes, boys. Just got to get it back together and ready for now, and then try to go fast.
Pop the end of this off a little bit.
Nick, have you been on camera since Horsepower Wars?
Sure.
He was,
Yeah, I
on
had
for, he was on for the Nova. That was the very
Oh,
first video we
yeah.
filmed.
We had to bring in the secret weapon. This is the secret weapon.
Matter of
This
fact-
is my grandpa Mick Logan.
So check this out. Have I been on camera? I bet I was on national
Oh my gosh.
the other day.
You were on NHRA, ESPN,
Yep.
in the crowd. Did they zoom in on your flat top? I see a couple selfies in there.
It's not a crowd.
Oh my gosh, dang, dude. They basically did an interview with you. The engine is in, converter's back together, heads are together, heads are on. We basically got everything ready to put in last night, and then this morning I went and slapped it in. The oil pan does not fit. It's actually sitting on the cross member. It barely fits with the motor plate, but it's not fit with the rack, so I'm gonna have to make some extension brackets for our rack and adjust the toe in and out for the rack. Because obviously I'm not gonna pull the motor back out and take the pan off, cut the pan, do all this other stupid stuff when all I gotta do is move the rack a ½ inch. Mick's here right now helping me measure for push rods because we now have Johnson short travel lifters instead of LS7 lifters, so it looks like it's gonna take something that I think he said was like 60 thousandths longer than stock. So, or not 60 thousandths, 20 thousandths longer than stock. Other than that, everything's going good. So, just gotta get a baseline of what we need on the push rods, get them ordered, then we can start slapping stuff back together, finishing up the intake, the fuel lines, fuel rails, all the stuff we're changing there, and then work our way back.
You tell me.
What's that, 7,800?
Nope.
7,850? Oh, 7,685?
Nope.
7,580?
625 would be about perfect.
7,585 plus 0.035, 7,625, right?
See if you can get that. See if they offer that.
Okay, I think Mick came over and helped me measure for push rods. I think I need a 7,625. Does that seem super long to you, or is that? They're just stock rocker arms with trunnion upgrades. At zero lash, they're like 7,585. Really? 7,400s. But they had LS7 lifters. Now we're the Johnson short travel lifters. What day is it?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday? All right, it's Wednesday. Okay. Entry number 7,1100. It's Wednesday. We think we're gonna make it. Wednesday, finishing, bolting up the hot side now. Gonna have to cut and redo the cold side tomorrow once I get the water pump on to know where it's gonna go, because I don't think what I had will work with the water pump. Also, it's not gonna work because we got the high ram on it now. But other than that, we got push rods on the way. Mick helped us order push rods today. Gonna torque the intake down, finish up our crazy fuel system we're doing to help take some load off the billet atomizers while we're driving on the street. We're gonna add 2 injectors in a charge pipe to help with intake temps. Radiator's already mounted, so we're looking good up here. Hopefully everything up here can be done tomorrow, to where all I gotta do after tomorrow, which technically would be Friday during the day or tomorrow night and Friday during the day, will be passenger seat, take the weight off, change the gears, change the bar angles. That's it. I think all the major issues that we're going to run into, we have already ran into and have handled, and they've went pretty good. Everything's went pretty good. But I guess we still need to get the motor fired up, make sure nothing's majorly wrong before we even, that could also go wrong. But I'm just hoping for the best and trying to prepare for the worst. Hopefully everything on the car is ready to go. Maybe button a few things up, and then Saturday, we can spend most of the day Saturday loading up and organizing tools, spare parts, everything we're gonna need for the road that we might need. So that way we could have a relaxing day, have a clear mind, knowing the car is ready to go, and focus on bringing everything we need to bring. Like food.
Don't worry, everybody. I know you were wondering where I was at. It's okay. I'm off camera because I'm getting food. Don't worry about it. I'm here.
Moo's here. So if you guys are wondering, Moo's getting us food. But also you guys need to stay tuned because within the next 2 weeks, we're gonna be dropping the best videos to come out of here yet. I can guarantee it because it's stuff that we've been waiting to drop actually for 2 months now. So Zach's been working hard on it, and it's a lot of stuff that I can't wait for everybody to see. We're finally gonna be able to post, and it's gonna be gangster AF. I don't really know how else to describe it without cussing. How would you describe it?
Cool. Yes.
I said no cussing.
Oh, my fault.
Idiot. But yeah, so hopefully we can get this thing wrapped up the next few days. I can go inside and actually take a shower and shave and trim my bald head and maybe fix this big gouge in my head and relax a little bit for the next week of madness. Hopefully we can go low sevens. That would be awesome. If we have enough fuel pump, we can go low sevens. But if we go sevens and make it through the week, I'll be happy.